Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at that top right-hand corner of the page again. We're going to look at the Edit Mode button, the Change Course Theme button, and the Enter Student Preview button. Edit Mode, which as its name implies, must be turned on to allow modifications to the course to occur. We're also going to look at that Change Course Theme button, which allows some minor cosmetic changes to be made, just basically the color, and then the Enter Student Preview mode. We're going to go ahead and watch a little bit of a video.
Notice the Edit Mode button over here to the right. This is a toggle button. Just click it to turn Edit Mode off, and then click it again to turn it back on. To modify your course, this must be set to on. When you first enter your Blackboard course shell, some of the buttons on the menu may be hidden. You can tell which ones are hidden by the little gray boxes next to the buttons. An easy way to check and make sure that buttons are available to students is by turning Edit Mode off. When you do that, you can immediately tell what resources the students can or cannot see on the course menu. However, this is not a true student view because you can still see everything on the control panel. Students never see the control panel. They only see the course menu. In addition, you cannot interact with the course in the same way that students do in Edit Mode. To do that, you need to use another function in Blackboard Learn called the Student View. Using Student Preview in Blackboard. One thing that's very important for instructors to do, especially when preparing courses for a new term, is to check the course in a true student view. While the Edit Mode toggle is helpful for some purposes, selecting Edit Mode off does not provide a true student perspective. For example, with Edit Mode off, I can still see the control panel, which students actually cannot see. Edit Mode off also doesn't show a true view of items that are not available. And I cannot submit items such as assignments and tests in a student role and grade them. So, if you want a true student view, click the Student Preview button. It looks like a little eye with arrows around it. It's a little to the left of the Edit Mode button. When you enter Student Preview, you are interacting with the course just as an actual student would. You can submit assignments and tests and discussions in a student role. You can be graded, and as a student, you can check your grades in the My Grades tool. Note that Preview Student is only available to instructors once the Blackboard course is available to students. For example, in the community colleges, this would be 7 days prior to the start date of the class. Before I actually click the button and enter Student Preview, please notice that I have a few buttons on my course menu that are hidden from students. For example, Group Project, Discussions, and Groups. Now I'm going to enter Student Preview. Notice that I no longer see those buttons on the menu, nor do I see the control panel down below the course menu. Preview Student tool is a great way to make sure your courses are showing to students the way you want them to, and also to learn how to use new Blackboard tools and functions.
This course menu is an extremely important part of your experience as an instructor. You will spend the vast majority of your time as an instructor here at USAFA accessing this area of your course, uploading information into this area, directing your students to this area. And so it's extremely important that you understand some things that are going on here. And within this, I want to point out something very quickly here. As you look at this, we find that there is this tab here that hides that menu. And I don't know how many times I've had people call me and say, I can't find my links, I can't find my course, something's happened, something's disappeared, and they're just kind of lost. And it's very simple. As you just click on that tab there, that tab does disappear, and so you have to just kind of find your way up there, find the tab again, it appears again, and then you're able to re-access that tab and your menu. And so we wanted to point that out to you right away. And now we're going to take you into another video interactive training presentation. Again, this is an excellent video to give you some ideas about the things that are going on in this window, because again, it's extremely important, because you will see that you're seeing things that your students aren't seeing. You've uploaded something perhaps, you've added a new link perhaps. You're expecting your students to see it, and they're saying, no, I can't see that link at all. And so there are some reasons that that happens, and we're going to look at that here in this course.
Now let's look at the course menu over here to the left. When you have edit mode set to on, you will see a little plus sign right above the menu. This allows you to add different types of menu items to your course menu. You'll see a drop-down list that gives you all the different options that are available. Students never see this little plus sign icon. This folder icon opens the menu in a new panel. This option makes it easy to navigate directly to anything in the course with just a few clicks. You can also refresh your menu or use the accessibility options for reordering menu items. Below these buttons is the actual course menu itself. Now I'm going to do a quick demonstration of adding a tool button to your menu and then reordering the menu. To add the tool button, I click the Add Menu Item plus sign. From the drop-down, I select Tool Link. Now I'm going to type in the title of the tool. This is the way the button will be labeled on the menu. Now from the Tool Type drop-down, I select the tool that I want the button to point to. I select Course Messages. Even though the full title of the tool is Course Messages, you can just type Messages in as the label. Be sure to click the checkbox to make this available to users, so students will see it. Then click Submit. Notice that whenever you add a button to the menu, it always goes to the bottom of the menu. Now, I want to reorder so that the Messages button is in with the other tool buttons on my menu. It's easy to reorder by dragging and dropping. Notice that as I mouse over buttons on the menu, little icons appear to the left and the right. To the left, there's an up and down pointing vertical arrow. To reorder a menu item, I just move my mouse right over this arrow, and it turns into a 4-pointed cursor. Now, I left-click, hold the button down, and then drag the button up. And now I've reordered my menu. It's crucial that you understand that students can only navigate to content or tools in your course using the buttons on the course menu. They cannot see or access anything from the control panel down below. It's also important to remember that students only see buttons on the course menu that have been made available to students. So when you first begin working on building your course, you may need to show some buttons that are hidden by default. How can you tell if a menu button is hidden? Easy. Look for the little gray boxes to the right of the menu button labels. If the menu has a small gray box with a line through it, it means it's been deliberately hidden from students. In community college course templates, most of the buttons are hidden by default, so instructors must show them to students. To unhide a button, mouse over the button, and then click the little drop-down arrow. Select Show Link. Notice the gray box is now gone. Students can now see the menu button. If you need to hide a menu button from students, mouse over the menu button, click the drop-down, but this time select Hide Link. Notice that I can also rename a link or delete the link from this drop-down menu. If a menu is just an empty gray box, it means it leads to a content area that is currently empty. But as soon as you add any content at all to that page, the menu button will automatically display to students.